It's side piece time.
Side piece Tuesday.
I'm just putting on my chapstick over here.
Gosh, I'm stuck on this accent now.
I know.
I can't stop.
We just recorded Kara's episode where one of the people had this accent.
It's happening.
We can just do it the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm Megan.
I'm Kara.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say maybe that should be our next Patreon thing where I just read.
Just exaggerated accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite to do?
I absolutely have never in my life been able to do an accent. I mean, I can do a really exaggerated Southern accent, but that's just because that's how I grew up.
Maybe we should do it that way then. Because you love our accents so much that you can't get enough of it.
We'll make you hate it. This is the Witch's Magic Murder Mystery Podcast, by the way.
Hey guys, it's Side Piece Tuesday.
Side Piece Tuesday. Okay, so this side piece was submitted to us by a listener named Anissa.
I love it.
I know. Here's your email. Here's her email.
Here's your email, guys.
An email. Hi, I love you guys. Love the podcast. I even got my boyfriend and family listening.
Heck yeah.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. Anyway, I just wanted to suggest a possible story for you.
Excellent.
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 Tell all your
Megan's
friends.
like tapping her fingers together. Excellent.
Slowly taking over. Possible story for you. It is Franklin's Castle in Cleveland, Ohio.
What?
And I am, of course, realizing I meant to look up this last name. Not gonna. It was built in the 1800s for Hans Tiedemann.
Tiedemann.
That's what we're going with.
Tiedemann.
I'm 100% sure.
Yep, I like it.
There's tons of information about it out there, but the stories we grew up hearing was that he murdered his wife and daughter in the home.
Of course he did.
And there was a hidden room where he hid the daughter's body. It's believed to be haunted till this day.
Okay.
The ghost hunting community and spooky lovers here all know the story of Franklin's Castle.
Of course
it's a well-known hotbed of creepy activity.
Ooh.
Just want to see if it would make the podcast. Keep up the good work. Love the podcast, Anissa.
We love you so much.
It's so great.
We love you so much too.
These are my favorite emails when they're like, I love the podcast. And I'm like,
so much.
I love you. You have such good taste.
Welcome.
Okay, so let's talk about Franklin Castle.
Yes.
In Cleveland, Ohio, you can visit the Franklin Castle, also known as the Tiedemann House.
Tiedemann. Built
from 1881 to 1883. The Victorian stone house has...
Oh, I love Victorian style.
Oh, you should look up pictures. Everybody go Google the pictures. Yes. They're great. It has 4 stories, 20 plus rooms, and 80 windows.
Wow.
It is also reportedly the most haunted house in Ohio.
I love it. I love a lot of windows.
Yes. The original owner of the house was a wealthy German immigrant named Hans Tiedemann. Mm-hmm. He was a banker, and he named his house after the road it was on, Franklin Boulevard.
Okay.
Shortly after moving into the home, Tiedemann's 15-year-old daughter, Emma, died from diabetes.
Oh, no.
Not long after that, Tiedemann's elderly mother died in the house as well. Over the next 3 years, 3 more Tiedemann children would die, leading people to wonder what the crap was going on in that house.
Did they have Nanny Doss as their nanny?
I don't think so. I bet that's exactly what they were like in the 80s.
Yeah.
What in the crap is happening?
What just
By
happened?
George. What the crap?
What the crap? Because they're northern. What the crap,
what
guys?
The crap.
What the crap, guys?
Obviously, the family was going through a lot of rough times.
Yeah.
Hans started doing extensive home improvement projects to try and distract himself and his wife from all the awfulness, which is like, I do that too. I clean. Or like when I'm stressed, I clean, or when I need to
I go running.
Oh, that's never a stress release for me.
Yeah, I don't ever go running other than that, but that's it.
Whenever I need to stop like dwelling on something sad, I like start a new project or something.
Yeah.
It'd be great if running was my stress response, but it's not.
I get stress fractures in my shins from it, so
it's good Lord. Okay, so as part of these home improvement projects, they added a ballroom that runs the length of the house on the 4th floor. They also added...
we're real stressed.
Let's build a ballroom.
Let's add a ballroom. Let's do some dancing.
They also added turrets and gargoyles to the outside.
I love that so much.
Because nothing cheers you up like gargoyles.
Gargoyles? Heck yeah.
It made the place look more like a castle.
Perfect.
There were rumors that the house had hidden rooms and secret passages used for bootlegging during Prohibition.
That's amazing.
I love that too. But none of it's true.
Oh, dang it.
There were no hidden rooms or secret passages. There was a hidden staircase that servants used that led from the kitchen to the front door.
Okay.
Because God forbid the servants interact with like the family.
Okay.
Louise Tiedemann, the wife, died from liver disease on March 24th, 1895 at the age of 57. Hans sold the house the following year to the Mulhauser family, and by 1908, Hans himself was dead.
Oh.
His entire family was dead. Like, he was the last remaining one. So all his kids had died, his mom had died, his wife died. So there were no Tiedemans left. And there was
funny.
No Tiedemans.
No Tiedemans left.
And there was no one left to inherit all his money.
Oh.
Which I'm like, well, what happens then?
Yeah.
Do you know? Like, I don't.
Doesn't it go to the state or something?
I guess.
I don't know.
Can we get it? Maybe someone just needs to claim it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me. We've heard this happened. And we're here in case
we're here to help out.
Right. The burden of all that money.
Has that been accruing interest this whole time?
Anyway, with so much death surrounding him, of course, there were rumors
right.
about Hans Tiedemann,
right.
including sexual indiscretions and murder, which have contributed to Franklin Castle's reputation as a haunted house.
Okay.
Okay, so from 1921 to 1968, so that's like 47 years.
Yes.
Math.
The
house functioned as a home to various German and cultural organizations.
Oh.
The tales of haunting picked up in the 1960s as reports of surging electricity.
Of course it was the 60s.
I know. There were reports of surging electricity, the sounds of babies crying, and a mysterious woman in black.
Ooh.
Then in 1968, the Romano family, James, his wife, who apparently has no name, and their 6 children, moved in. And they said they had several encounters with ghosts in the house, and they attempted exorcisms and even brought in a ghost hunting group to investigate.
Gosh.
They moved out in 1974.
Did they take the gargoyles with them at least?
Nope.
Dang.
So they stayed there 6 years and they moved out. And a man named Sam Muscatello moved in with plans to turn the house into a church.
Okay, Sam.
Okay, Sam. As a fundraiser for the church, he had people pay for haunted house tours and overnight stays in the house.
Because that's what Jesus wants.
Right? That's a weird fundraiser for a church, isn't it? But we don't know what kind of church.
This is true. It could, we could be a church for all.
There were human bones found in a closet in 1975, but they think that Sam actually planted them there to like make the place scarier and get publicity.
Okay.
Also very church-like.
Yes.
To just run a scam to get money
yes,
for the church.
Yes, that's tie that to your wallet.
Also, where did Sam get the bones? If he hid them in the house, where'd they come from?
Sam, what you doing?
I have questions, Sam.
Sam.
Never found the answer. I tried. In 1984, Michael DeVinco, who was incidentally Judy Garland.
His last names are amazing.
I know.
Judy Garland.
He was her fifth and last husband.
Okay.
He bought the house, and he spent about $1 million renovating the house over the next 10 years. And he even tracked down some of the original furnishings from the house.
Oh my gosh.
So he was going to renovate it the right way.
Yeah.
My mom would be very,
very,
very
proud.
Pleased.
Very proud.
But then he did all that, and he put the house up for sale in 1994.
He just flipped it.
He didn't even flip it. He didn't finish out the renovations. Weird.
That's very weird.
It sat empty until 1999.
Okay.
When a woman, she had no longer lived in Cleveland, but she'd been born there. She was a Cleveland native, and she'd always been fascinated by the house. She came into money through some Yahoo deal. Mm-hmm. I think she worked for Yahoo, and there was a stock sale. I don't know. I didn't care very much about who she was. But anyway, she had always been fascinated by it. So she bought the house, and she planned to restore it. But then it caught fire.
Oh.
And it wasn't destroyed.
Yeah.
But she just wasn't able to do the restoration that she wanted to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so in 2004, there was talk that Franklin Castle would be renovated and turned into Franklin Castle Club.
Ew.
Which I was like, yes, please. I don't even know, they didn't say what type of club it was.
You know what I want it to be?
A dance club?
No, I want it to be like Clue, the movie Clue.
Oh my God.
That's what we should do for your birthday.
Just have
minus
a murder
the
mystery
murders.
dinner?
Minus the murders.
So just a dinner?
Yeah. I just love that movie.
No murder for my birthday.
You will sign a waiver.
So anyway, this whole club thing,
uh-huh.
They had a website, and they were showing pictures of the renovations, and they were we're selling memberships, blah, blah, blah. All of it was a sham.
Oh.
The pictures on the website.
Dang, Fire Festival copied this
It was
idea.
seriously, it's like the original Fire Festival. The pictures they were showing on the website were either completely fake and stolen from other places, or they were just extreme close-ups. So it didn't really tell you anything.
It's like when you're looking at a house on L Bar and you are just oh, this house is amazing, and you drive by it and you're like,
yeah. Or a perfectly angled selfie on
yes.
That's not what you look like.
No, I have 3 chins.
hey, no shame.
No, yeah.
Post whatever picture
You
you
do.
feel good
Yeah,
in.
please post the picture.
Oh, and no work had been done at all on the house.
That's
and no
insane.
memberships had been sold.
What?
Yeah. There was some evidence that the castle had been used to shoot pornography.
Ooh.
And I know you're all wondering
And-
what sort of evidence there was, and I don't know, but I could guess.
Probably some old movie reels.
If you're a Patreon member who listened to our very first Patreon episode with the library, in the bottom of the library,
Yes.
and the things that they found,
The things.
I bet you can think of what evidence there might have been too.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. So anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. William Kretsch.
Cray.
Listen, it's Krejci. What sort of name is that?
William Creech.
William Kretsch.
Creech.
He's a co-author of a book called Haunted Franklin Castle. He describes some of the ghostly activity reported within the house. So this is a direct quote. Everything from doors opening and closing, footsteps, things moving around. Some people have reported putting something down and then going back later to find it and it wouldn't be there. And then the next day it would be in a different room on a different floor.
Huh.
There are a lot of wild rumors about the house, like stories of an axe murder, a mass shooting of Nazis in the basement, which I assume is because of the German connections.
Right.
The hanging death of Tiedemann's illegitimate daughter,
Oh.
all unfounded.
Oh.
A lot of the stories talk about awful things that happened in the tunnels under the house, except there are no tunnels under the house. So
I really wish there were, though.
I really wish you guys would get better with your stories.
Yeah.
In 2011, the house was rezoned so it could be a multi-family dwelling, and someone bought it with the intention of converting it to 3 family residences within the building.
What?
So like an apartment place, kind of. And the house makes nearly every list of most haunted places in America. So for what it's worth, Kretschy, something, the author guy.
Creech.
He said that Hans Tiedemann was a good man. He said the Tiedemans were very kind people. Mr. Tiedemann was a benefactor of the community. He was generous. He gave often to various charities. He was not the monster that has been made out in all these stories about the castle. And that's fine. I can believe that, right? But
Yeah.
it seems like most of the things that they point to aren't true stories.
But also, Jeffrey Epstein gave a lot to charity, too, so.
Epstein did not kill himself. Okay. God, that'll be an episode at some point.
Yes.
So the thing is, I can fully believe that he wasn't a bad guy. Fine. But
Yeah.
I guess after reading all this stuff.
Not
about
Epstein,
the
but this
place-
guy.
Oh,
Tiedemann.
yeah. Epstein's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
Tiedemann.
I was mostly intrigued by how the Tiedemann deaths didn't start till after they moved into the house, right?
Right. Yeah.
And they started the very year they moved into the house.
Yeah.
And then did you catch the part where the Romano family said they had tried to perform exorcisms?
Yes.
Yes. What? On
Why?
who and why?
What was happening?
And then the one guy, Judy Garland's husband, he did 10 years of work and went
And
through
then
all the
quit.
trouble of tracking down. Yeah. It just makes you feel like there's something
Why didn't you all talk about this
evil
more?
about the house.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know.
What ran you all off?
It seems like whatever evil there is.
Lurks in the
Yeah. I mean, the house was
and
built.
the turrets.
It started with Tiedemann, right? The house
Yeah.
didn't exist until the Tiedemans had it built.
What's it built
But
on?
Right. What's the land?
Yeah.
Or even the people who built it and the materials it was built with.
Right.
What happened?
Yeah.
Or is it cursed? Or something? It just
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah. Who'd you make angry?
it's weird to think that a house would have such a strong reputation and questionable history
Mm-hmm.
and there not be anything to it.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
there you go.
It's
If you're
questionable.
in Cleveland,
Go visit it. Don't stay in it.
you at least go drive past it and look at it.
Yeah. Go take a picture and send it to us.
Don't take a picture of the people living there, though.
No. Don't. Do
All right.
that.
There's your side piece.
Side piece Tuesday.
We will be back Friday with a full episode.
full episodes
Thank
on
you for
Fridays.
listening. And thank you for everybody who sends us in stories. We love them so much.
Yes, we do, and
Please
I
keep
feel
doing
like that's
so.
all the side pieces we've been covering because
They're all so good.
Yeah, we have lists of all these
Yeah.
things that we can't do full episodes on.
And it's also I've been into true crime for years and years and
Yeah.
years. And I've listened to a million podcasts. I've read a million books. I've
And
watched a
people are-
million Datelines. And people still tell me stories I've never
That
heard
aren't
of.
out there. Yeah,
So if you're I'm not going to send that one in
Please
because they
do.
probably heard it.
Yeah.
And even if we have heard of it, hearing it from your point of view is always
Right.
interesting too.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Goodbye.